our insurance, car insurance almost doubled. And we were like, oh, what happened? We had no accidents, we had no tickets, we had absolutely nothing. How could you almost
Yeah.
double? And so I called them, and what they said was that it was because other
Yep.
people in my area had gotten
Yeah.
into accidents. And I'm
Isn't
like,
that,
"Hmm."
it's just terrible.
And you know
Hey,
what I said to them?
bye
I
bye.
will be changing insurance companies
Good
then.
for you.
If you
And
can't lower my rate because I'm a good driver, then
yeah,
I'm out of here.
yeah.
You know?
And lastly, if I can just throw in there, back to the supplements, if they keep raising it, you can just change companies because a G plan is a G plan is a G plan. Blue
Hmm.
Cross,
Hmm.
United. So don't forget, you always have that option.
Yeah. So we started while we were waiting for everybody to come in. We started talking about Medicare because I signed up yesterday, and
Oh,
Amy is a
congratulations.
ship counselor. And I was telling her about our experience with our ship counselor here, who was very helpful and informative.
Good.
But that, it is definitely a complicated thing because we're
It is.
first time
Yeah.
signers. So that means, we kind of want to choose right the first time because this is,
Right.
easier
So
time.
real quick, last question. Did you each pick a drug plan that costs nothing each month? I hope
No, it's like $3.
a month. Okay.
Mine's 0.
Yours
Yeah.
is zero.
I went to
Wow.
But
0 this year. I was shocked.
Wow. That's
yeah, but it depends what state you live in. So
yeah, it
maybe that's
does.
the
It
cheapest you got
does.
in your state. Okay, $3 a month. We're not gonna
Yeah, we
complain
can
about
live with that. But we went with the high deductible because um
it. Yeah,
it was the difference between 117 a month on top of the 185 versus $31 a month on
yeah,
top of the 185. That was a no-brainer. I would much rather have a high deductible, never need it, and I
yeah,
still got insurance,
yeah.
for now.
And Medicare costs the same for everybody unless you're making a ton of money or you're very low income, and then they'll pay it for you. But that could be
Yeah.
a whole nother class.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
it would barely be great. I think that, around this time you should offer a class because I'll bet
Mm-hmm.
that people are always confused about it, especially
Yeah,
there's changes all the time, right?
yeah, yeah.
I thought we were going through growing marijuana first.
We're
Yeah,
we're live. We're
yeah,
live streaming, by the
yeah.
way.
Legally growing it, yes, with
Yeah,
a
yeah.
medical marijuana card. Yeah, okay,
I
we're
just
live.
don't want to ruin my future.
All right, good morning, everybody. Let's start talking about technology. Today, our goal is talking about cleaning and wearables, and I'm going to throw in a little bit about that Hotmail. So somebody had a question last week about Hotmail. Anybody got Hotmail?
No.
No, yes, but I
I
didn't have a
still do.
question. Did
I
Terry?
I do. I have Hotmail only because I had a couple things that they wouldn't let me change it. Like I can't remember even something that I had to keep that account and it just forwards whenever I get it. I hadn't used it for years, but it's
Huh.
on.
Okay.
I still have it. Yeah.
Okay, so I did dip into Hotmail mail because we were having a conversation about emails and how long deleted things are kept. I
that
think
that might
that
have
was
been me now that I think about it.
okay. That was the thread of our question. And Hotmail does the same thing that Google does. 30 days. The difference is after 30 days, Hotmail puts it into a different category. And I thought this was interesting. From 14 to 30 days more, you have to recover it. I think it's called a recovery folder or something like that. So it takes it out of delete, puts it into a recovery folder, and you have your last, 2 to 4 weeks to decide, ooh, I didn't want to delete that, and pull it back out. Whereas Gmail, when it's deleted, it's deleted. If you've deleted it from the delete folder, if that makes sense. So, all of that conversation, does that make sense, Amy? Since I
Yes,
think
but
you're the one.
what I was saying is you have to delete these first for that. My problem is I don't even start deleting them and then I get, beyond myself. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, I wish, honestly, I wish I hadn't now, in retrospect, wish I hadn't spent so much time working on this stuff yesterday because I have nothing to show you in terms of easy ways to do this. But in terms of talking about cleaning stuff, and we're not talking about physical, cleaning things, we're talking about digital cleaning. And for instance, with Hotmail, with Google, I'm not sure somebody from Apple can tell me, but I thought Apple was only 5 GB per account unless you buy more. Anybody know?
Oh, you're
Um,
saying you can't have too much in your email or they're going to charge you more?
yeah. No, they're not going to
Interesting.
charge you more. You just can't use it. So, let me see how much
Wow. Interesting.
space is free
I don't, I
on
never remember
Apple.
looking at it.
Okay, iCloud, yeah, 5 GB. Whereas Gmail is 15. So that's
Mhm.
per account. Um, and then and we'll talk about Apple first, since that's the one I pulled up. Free storage is for photos, files, backups, and all app data across all of your devices. Then you can upgrade and get the smallest amount is 50 GB. And I'm not seeing what that cost is. Here's the pricing for 50 GB. Oh, now that's funny. It says, here's the pricing, and it's not telling me the pricing. All right, here we go. So per month, 50 GB with Apple is 99 cents. 200 GB is $2.99. 200 GB is a lot of space. 2 TB, which is probably more than any of us could ever use in our lifetimes, is $10.99, so $11 a month for storage. So that's a monthly amount, but that's a total. It's like you buy a box. How big of a box do you want to buy for your data? A 50 GB box, it's pretty good size. 200 GB is a lot. 2 TB, a ton. You can buy, oh, I'm sorry, wait a minute. Okay. That's funny. The prices are different. North America, South America, Latin America, and the Caribbean. And then it lists the Bahamas, Barbados, Brazil, Canada, Chile. I apologize. I was reading you the wrong amount. United States. Let's get to US. And just for curiosity's sake, um, well, I'll pick a country that translates to dollars because these are not dollars. In the Bahamas, for instance, or Barbados, that's also in US dollars. 50 GB is the same. 200 GB is $3.49. 2 TB is $11.99. So not a huge difference. Canada, and this is in Canadian dollars, $1.29, $3.99, and $12.99. Then we'll get to US. I thought this was just listing all of these are the same price. United States. Oh, we've got Cameroon. You did not need to know this. US, 99 cents for 50 gigs. 200 gigs is $2.99. 2 TB is $9.99, so $10. So lots and lots of storage. On the opposite side of that, Google storage, similar prices. They're not a lot different. And buying more storage, a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. They're going to charge me for storage. You're using storage. You're using free storage. You have 5 GB with Apple, 15 GB with Google. If you're a Google user and you want more storage and you don't want to pay for it, get another account. Just create another email and compartmentalize your emails for what they are. My Joy email is with the Great Heart Helping Hands for you, the one that you get from me every week. My personal email is a different email address. I have 5 email addresses that are for different things. So with each of those, I get 15 gigabytes. So now all of a sudden, hey, Andy, if I
Hi.
if I add up, if I have 5 of them and they're all 15 gigabytes apiece, then what is that? 75? That's 75 gigabytes for free. So if storage really is an issue for you, you can get a different account, and it's super easy. It's not like you're going to be confused about where is what. For my personal one, I do pay for it, and it's $2.99 a month. So $2 a month, $24 a year. I have more storage than I'll ever need.
$3 a month, just saying.
Thank you. Thank you. $3. You're right. That being said, I'm not going to use it all up, and I have really good digital habits. So, first of all, how do you figure out what you got in terms of space, right? So, we're going to go, and I'll just do Google because that's what I can share. Let me get this out of the way for you. And go to Google and personal account. We're going to go to, so in any Google, you all can see my calendar right now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
In any Google account, I'm going to go to my icon where my little face is up here on the right-hand side, and you can see, the other Google accounts I have. Manage your Google account, and you can do this on your phone. First thing I'm going to do, I'm not going to bother to try and figure out where it is. I'm going to say, well, there it is. It showed up right at the top. Google account storage. So as a Google One member, I have expanded storage. I have 100 gigabytes. I'm at 59. So basically, let's say 60 out of 100 gigabytes. That's pretty high. And so I know that it's time to get back in there and clean up stuff. So what can I do? I can go to Google One, and this is with my personal account. That's not with my other accounts. I have backups on 2 devices. Right now it's saying I can clean up 41 gigabytes. Wow, that's a lot. And that's what I really like about the Google account storage is I can look at this and I can say, okay, well, what in the world is using up all of that? And how can I change that? So there is 27 gigabytes with large photos and videos. I can review those and I can start cleaning up stuff. I've got large files, 12 gigabytes. Emails. Are you okay? Who's ever sneezing
Yeah.
like crazy?
Hey, Terry, I am.
Okay. I'm sorry. So if we look at emails and trash, right there is 89 megabytes. 89 megabytes is next to nothing, right? But that's a real easy place to start. I can go and I can review the emails that are in the trash and I can delete them. So I just clicked review. Here's all of the emails in the trash. I can look at them and I can say, okay, do I need these or not need these? I can click all of them and I can delete them all, and that deletes them from my permanent storage, right? So right now they're in a folder, gosh, called trash, and I can get rid of them. 89 megabytes is not a whole lot, but I also have an email account that has it's pretty clean. Jeez.
It's, my feet get cold. I just came back from up north and I come back here to what we call cold. And I sneeze like
Sneeze.
10 times. It's like I'm not sick.
Anyway, so my emails are pretty empty. For those of you who have a lot of emails, and I take my emails and I put them in a folder if I need them. I know that in that particular account, there are things I need to clean up. There are things that are in file folders that I no longer need. I can clean those up didn't get to it yesterday, but I was going to work on it. So if you have an inbox that has more than 100 emails, you might want to consider looking at that. Mine does not. Now, in my total storage in emails, I do have a good bit that's actually in email. I can clean those up. A great place to start is looking at your inbox. We won't inbox shame anybody, but I think the most I've heard. Oh, you want to tell? Go ahead.
I'm
I'd love to hear.
confession time, confession time. No, I feel like it's a new job. It's something that I have to be on all the time. And every day I look at it, and every day I unsubscribe as many as I can possibly unsubscribe.
Mhm.
And I've been coming to this class doing this, and I still feel like, mind you, there was a massive amount before,
Right.
but I feel like it's one of those things that is now a new everyday you must kind of deal.
So
And
I'm curious if you are, because that's always the first starting point, Kathy, is unsubscribing.
I did. But I
And
feel like they
so
come around a different way.
They
I
do.
mean, yeah. So I mean, I am subscribed. I sit there and, and there's certain things I can't or don't want to.
of course,
And then I also, one of your tips, which I loved, which I never thought of, is to go up and search, say, Home Depot. And then
Right.
all Home Depot comes up, and I can't do the whole thing, because if I wrote Home Depot in a email that I want to get, it would delete that. So I
Right.
noticed that I had to be careful, and I do that. But it is I don't think I'll get on top of it in my lifetime.
So let me ask you
Okay.
this. That's a sad statement, but let me.
Don't feel bad. Kathy, I bet I got way more than you.
I'm with Kathy.
I was gonna say, I know somebody whose computer I've seen who has 43,000.
Oh, I feel better.
Okay. That was an extreme. I nearly had a heart attack at that point, but I couldn't go to bed if I had 43,000 in my inbox. Medina.
30,607 this morning.
I love
your
you, calendar
inbox?
girl. Love
Me
you.
too.
In your inbox?
And I have tons that I've put in folders.
I love you.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm the same. And I think, I should be looking at these folders too, but I don't have time
Yeah.
because I'm working
Nope.
in. Yeah.
I got-
Okay.
We are
No,
we are
I
hoarders.
delete at least, I'm going to say at least 50 a day. But
Me too.
I spend about a half hour trying to just delete older
too.
stuff. And
Me too.
Okay.
Medina,
I
I am
love
right.
this.
I
True
am
confession.
I am right there, and I feel like I'm a doer and get it done, and I feel like, what is happening when I can't
Oh,
get this done?
it's totally unmanageable. It's unmanageable.
It's
Okay,
it's
so-
email hoarders.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, but I think I was too busy before, so
for sure.
now
sure.
I have the time, but it's not as easy as I've been able to.
I feel like I'm at Alcoholics Anonymous.
Me too.
Okay,
So
sorry.
We're gonna look at mine for just a second
No,
here.
we don't want to see yours.
No,
I
this
know
is-
you-
This
I
is
got
not,
fixed.
no, this isn't for shaming. This is for technique.
Yeah.
And we're going to the Joy one that I use for this class, and another organization that I'm part of. So what's interesting to me is that
She's back.
there's I don't get junk in this one. It's fascinating that because I share this with very few people, I don't get junk. So we're going to look at this one first, and we're going to look and see in spam what happened in spam. So this is what occurred through no fault of mine, no action on mine. Andy, I'm going to mute you. There we go. Was it Andy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so these are what Google said. Somebody else said this is spam. And so put it in the spam. So I never even look at this. What's fascinating to me is this is all there is. I haven't gone in here and looked at this in forever, just about. So, okay. I can look down here and I can see 5% of 15, my free 15 gigabytes, only 5% is being used. I can go to this and I can open it up and look at the details with this particular account's Google storage. But so, okay, right here, spam folder, we have messages that over 30 days will automatically be deleted. So obviously Google's doing its job. I can go delete all spam messages now. I'm going to hold on to that. I don't need these, but I'm going to hold on to it just for a second. Now I'm going to go to trash, and trash has 37 in here. Again, this is not an account I use for anything other than two very specific things, this class and an organization whose board I just came off of. So, any of this stuff, I don't need either. It's going to be automatically deleted. I can empty the trash now if I want. I can also go back in here and I can go, okay, well, I know for sure that all of this stuff down here, I don't need. Maybe I'll keep the one I didn't read yet, but I can certainly get rid of all of these and I can just delete these, and right up there is delete forever. Okay. I can select them all by doing this little box up here. I can get rid of none of them, whatever. There's only 37. Now, with 5% being used, as you saw in my inbox, 5% of the 15 gigabytes being used, I can look and see, okay, what else do I have? So here's how weird I am. For each class that we do, here's Tech Savvy for April, and this is all Aprils. So whatever year the 2nd was in April, the 9th was in April. I know this is 2 separate years because one year the Wednesday came on the 22nd, one year the Wednesday came on the 23rd. So I actually have multiple years here of Tech Savvy classes, whatever resources we talked about, the email that I sent out. So if somebody says to me, I want I missed class, or I couldn't find the email with the link for class video. Can you send it to me again? I can say, which class did you miss? And I can go back and I can pull any of them and I can send it to you. And any of the resources that go along with it. So that's pretty crazy. You know, that looks like a lot of emails. It's a lot of dates with not a whole lot of information. It's only 5% of 15 gigabytes. Down here with the, I also keep all of the Joy newsletters. So I've got, if I scroll down, I've got news. And so this is all the Joy newsletters. Doesn't matter what year it was. I can look and I can go in August. Here are the Joy Center emails for August, and they go back to 2024. That's when I started organizing these. So if I needed to look back and see, which honestly I don't. And so what I can do, and I'm going to go ahead and do this now. Let's take a January. So here's January news. And I can go back and I can go, okay, there's 70 emails in this. So this is how I'm talking to you about technique, right? What I'm going to do, because I have them organized, if I hover over here, I've got them right now as selected newest to oldest. I'm going to flip it. Everybody still with me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to click oldest. So now it's flipped them. The oldest are on the top and the newest are buried down on the second page there. Right now, this is 51 to 70 going from the oldest to newest. So at this point, I know, and I love this technique, I know that honestly, I do not need any January news from 2024. I just don't. There's no reason for me to keep it. Click. I've selected all of them. There's only 20 on this page, and I'm going to delete them all. Boom, just like that. Now I have 50 emails from Joy for January. Okay. Now I'm going to select, and it's automatically newest. See, there's the older ones, 2024. So again, do I need these from 2024 for January news? Probably not. So at this point, do I need the ones from this year? And that's why I chose January, because the reality is I don't. I don't need anything from January of this year, nor do I need anything from January of last year, because you know what? There are a couple of places that I can go and look. One, I can go to the contact Maria and I can say, hey, Maria, what was in the Joy Center email? I don't even need that, right? I don't
Facebook
need,
also, Betsy.
I can go to Facebook. That's where else I can go. I can scroll back in time in Facebook and click the link when it gets sent out as an email. It also goes to Facebook. So you can always find it there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that. And I'm got rid of all of the January news emails. So those are just things that have to do with January, with the newsletter, with Joy. So I just got rid of all of them. Okay. So same thing, if you are, whether you store things in very, very organized folders like that,
Mhm.
and my suggestion is always reorder it. Like for our usefulness sake, we always want to look at the newest first. But when you're doing cleaning up, flip it, and then ask
Mhm.
yourself, in all reality, do you need anything from 2011? You know, most likely not. Kathy.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, you know, I've had this account probably 15, maybe 18 years, my Gmail account. So that's where my emails have been. And times have changed. So what I have to go back, because I used to put dad, mom in their emails, and I just throw them in there, you know, and just so in case I needed to go back. But now what I have is those kind of things like work, you know, but it didn't matter. Now I kind of have to go through it a little bit more detailed to see if I want it or not. That's part of the problem. I don't
So,
know.
and
And
yeah,
I
I understand that completely, and I'm going to address each one separately. So, for instance, are your parents still living?
no,
Okay.
and yeah, and but even still, like friends, and you know, I had them so general,
Sure,
you know,
sure.
when I
But that's
started,
not actually so general. There is emotional attachment to our family and friends.
right.
And there's a part of me, I can only speak for me and think that maybe some of it's true for others, that if I delete all of the emails that mom sent me, I'm deleting a piece of my mom.
Mm,
That's emotionally maybe something I don't want to do. I still have boxes over here of her crap that I haven't been able to get rid of. I am going to do it this year before the end of the year. I am going to sort through it and get rid of it. What I don't need, give away, whatever. But digitally, you go, oh, it's not taking up that much space. I can't see it if I close my computer. It's not like those boxes right there on the floor. And so, you know, it becomes, okay, what else could I do? Because you do need your digital space, or you choose to buy more digital space. My suggestion would be to get a flash drive and take all of the emails, and this is just an example, Kathy. I'm not
mhm,
saying this is true, but as an example, if mom and dad's emails are important to you for an emotional value, and you literally don't need to have them stored on your space there, my suggestion is to get a flash drive, put them on the flash drive, remove them from the account, look at them later on
mhm.
when you want to. You may find that this little,
This,
teeny tiny flash drive
I reached over and got it. I'm like, you know,
does not take much space,
yeah,
and it frees you up on your digital space to, because the more full you are, the less things work. It
right.
does get crowded in there. I don't have anything other than an analogy about it, but it's kind of like, can you cram one more piece of paper in that file drawer? File
Mhm.
drawers seem big, and then there's a point where you can't cram another piece of paper in there. Joyce.
I know that if your computer or your phone is full, if the memory on that impacts the speed at which other stuff is working. But what
Absolutely.
about if most of that stuff is up in in the cloud. And that's, I mean, I have one of the, 100 gigabytes or whatever, one of I have the 299 thing.
mhm.
So most of my stuff like that is up in the cloud.
Mhm.
As, does that impact the speed at which I'm working?
I don't think that's going to impact the speed at which you're working, but there is a limit. There is a limit. A friend of mine, who I'm going to have a sit down with this evening, I have sent him 3 emails in the last week, and they keep bouncing back because his storage is full. He has alluded to the fact that he needs to get control of his email. And this is a young guy. So, young people tend to think that they're immune to technological problems because they are young. He is 35 years old, and I cannot send him an email now. They keep bouncing back. So I
What
sent him
I-
a text
yeah.
and said, you
Yeah.
need to get a handle on this. Can we meet so I can help you?
Speaking of emails, I think one of the reasons that they're full is that younger people, a lot of people tell me, don't send me an email, send me a message. I never look at my emails.
Yeah.
100%. That
Yeah.
those
Right.
words have come from his mouth. And we serve together on an organization where we have to share documents and stuff. I'm not sending it in a text. There does have to be, I am very cognizant of that. And so when I need to communicate most things, yeah, I text. Never call. Don't ever call them. When I need to communicate to somebody in this organization, I'm looking to see their age. Okay, they're 86. I'm making a phone call.
I love it.
Oh, they're 36. I'm sending a text.
Yeah.
So gosh, I hope that's not my computer beeping.
Hey, Betsy, real quick.
Yeah.
To sort them by oldest to youngest emails, that's right up on top on the sort button.
I'll show
Okay.
you again.
Okay, thank you.
So, let's see. Now I have to go somewhere else. Let's go to February news. Okay, so again, this is all the Joy stuff from February. And well, there's only 1 through 24, so there's not enough here. But see how I'm hovering over the number?
Mhm.
And it pops up a little window that says newest to oldest.
Okay, and what does that first square say? I can't quite see it. It's pretty small. It says sort.
Um,
No,
No, it doesn't say anything.
it says
let me-
1 to 24.
Oh, it says
let
1
me-
to 24. I gotcha.
That won't work. Let me pick one that's got a lot. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Well, I lucked out with January. Maybe November has more. Nope.
So you click on the number up there on the right hand.
Yeah, well, I'm looking, I'll have to pick a different category, so that I can show you the difference. I have to pick
Yeah,
something with a lot. Here,
Pick
this
one that
one's
you got
got
like
a-
20,000 in it.
Yeah, and that's not happening. This might have a lot. Okay, here we go. This one has 97. Okay.
Oh boy, you got a problem.
So, well, and these are board meetings with attachments of the minutes and the agendas and any supplemental attachments that we needed for the for the meeting.
You know I'm kidding, right?
Yes, I do. I do.
Yeah.
But see how this is going to be full of stuff that I don't need anymore, right? I'm no longer on this board. I just came off of it a week ago, so I haven't had time to go in and pull them out. But you can see the number here, right?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says 1
Nice.
to 50 of 97. I had to pick
Okay.
something that had more than 50.
I
And so
get it.
when I do that, all I'm doing is hovering. I'm not clicking, I'm just hovering my mouse over it. And
Okay.
that's where it gives me the option. It shows me I can't click newest. It's too light, right?
Uh-huh.
If I go here, I can't click newest because I'm already on newest.
Right.
I can click oldest and change. So I click
Okay.
oldest. So
I'm
now
excited.
these are the oldest ones. I can go back up here to the numbers and I can go, okay, I'm done cleaning out the old stuff. I can go back to looking at things newest. Okay. Now, what I often do when I'm doing a major dump, and this will help pretty much everybody, and I have not looked at these, so I'm not going to dump those yet. Let me see if there's anything at all that I can dump.
Okay, Kathy and Medina and I are going to get on it.
Yay.
We're in a
Right.
club.
Wait,
We
what?
are in a club.
Venmo,
Who's the winner?
ukulele.
I want to know who the winner
Poetry.
is because
Okay.
I want a prize.
All right, poetry. Poem a day. So this is a perfect one. This is these are well, it's not a perfect one. Not ready to get rid of that one yet. Let's and I understand, believe me, I absolutely understand the difficulty with letting go of this stuff. And right now, I'm doing it on the fly. I'm looking at it going, okay, what is this one about?
We have a problem. You do not.
Well, no, but still, it is a problem because we share the same human emotions with it. Let me pick, I'll go back to November. All right, as an example. Okay, so is there December? Hang on. Since I did January, I'm thinking I'll go chronologically. Oh, December only has 3. We'll go back to November. All right, so I'll go back to November. And here, these are all just Joy newsletters. These are all Joy's newsletters. Now, this is November this month, and this one, I want to keep those. So that's not a good one for me to get rid of. October, let's look at September. September, because I know for sure there's nothing in September that I need to keep, whether it was 2024 or this year. I don't need any of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click all of them and I'm going to delete them. Okay. Now, other thing I can do is I can go and I'm going to go up here to the top where my little tools are, right? And I'm going to click my little cog wheel, which is my settings. Are you with me, Amy?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so I'm
I'm
clicking
looking.
the settings.
Yeah.
All right, and then I'm going to click all settings. I never really understand what this quick setting is because I always need all of it. I need more than it wants to give me right away. Okay, and I'm going to look at my labels. That's what these are called on the side. These file folders, those are called my labels. And so I can look at my file folders and I can go, okay, I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to look for those newsletters that are for September. Tech Savvy September. Okay, here's news. Now I have to scroll a little bit further and I'm going to get to September, and it's always alphabetical, of course. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go remove. And right here, remove the label Joy News from 8 conversations and delete the label. I can do that. However, I am not 100% certain that it is going to get rid of the emails. It's deleting because it says just remove the label. So my question here is, where are the emails going to go? I don't know. So I'm not going to do it that way. But when I'm done, I could, if I wasn't going to keep storing news, I could go and I could delete the label once it's empty. Okay. So that's another really good freeing thing. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to click September and I'm going to delete them all. Okay. No conversations now. Now I'm going to go back to my little thing. I'm going to go back to see all settings. I'm going to go to my labels. I'm going to scroll down to my September news. January, July, June, March, May, November, or September. Okay. Nope. Those are that's not news. Here's news. Now notice I'm in all of my news folders, 0 conversations here. So I could remove this label and no longer have September news. Now it's empty. So for the purpose of why I do these, I'm not going to get rid of it. If this was emails from mom and dad and I had already downloaded them onto a flash drive and mom and dad are gone, then I could remove the label and not have that there. I could also leave an empty label and go, oh, right, there's no conversations in there, but I've got this flash drive that I want to go back and look at conversations with mom and dad, and I can do that. But here's the cool thing. Notice as I scroll up, January, remember I just emptied that, has 0 conversations. So you can also go in here and see what's the bulkiest. What is taking up the most space? then maybe I don't need. So Maria has 46 conversations. Most of these dates have 10, 1, 5, not really big, bulky things. I'm going to go down to the conversations about the organization I just came off of. Board meetings has 97 conversations. So I will go back in and make sure that there's not any contact information I didn't save or something, generally speaking, about a human that I need to make sure that I can contact later on if I need to. But 97 conversations, remember, all those had attachments for the agendas and the minutes from the last meeting. I can go in and go, ooh, if I clear up that, that's going to give me a whole bunch of space. So this is just another way of looking at how is our storage, how can I access the information about our storage? You can go to, your storage and look and see what's taking up the most space. For me, on that other account, it was videos and big pictures. And I have said time and time again, videos and big pictures take up so much room. If you want to give yourself a bunch of space, get a flash drive and just download your videos, or you could create a YouTube channel. And remember, you don't have to have it public. YouTube is not out there for everybody. You can have a private YouTube channel, which is what I do, and I store videos in YouTube. They're just for me there.
Wow,
But they
good idea.
do come off of my emails. Now, does that change the storage issue? No, no, but it does take them out of my emails, which would free up if I talk about my friend whose email is full. If people were sending him videos and that's why his email is full, it's not, but let's say it was, and he took those and put them in YouTube, then I could send him emails. It doesn't change his Google storage total, but it does free up his email space so that now I can send him stuff. Kathy.
I noticed when you were teaching, showing us that the way you label, I need to change the way I label. And I
Okay.
think that right there will clean up some of what's going on. You did it by months even, because some of the stuff is kind of work related that I kind of want to just keep because it comes in handy. But the way you label, so I've got to think how to change some of my labels
Mhm.
over the years too. So thank
And
you.
I get the comes in handy stuff, like I was talking about that stuff with that board. I am quite happily off of that board right now. It was a great experience, but there is nothing that I'm going to contribute to them later on because we all got the same information, so nobody's going to say, "Hey, do you have the minutes from January of 2024?" 11 other people have that.
Mhm.
So I don't have to be the keeper of it. I'm not even on the board anymore, So having some of those hard conversations of, you kind of Marie Kondo yourself. Does this bring me joy? And the opposite of that is, will losing it cause me pain down the road? Of whatever nature, whether it's emotional pain or the stress of trying to find something that you had at one point in time. And don't forget, Amy and Medina, put your hands up in the air and go,
Be-
yay me. You can, if there's a document and you just go, I just can't ever lose this, print it out. Print it
Yeah.
out because you're not going to print out everything on your computer. And I'll bet that we have way more stuff stored on our computer than we do in our file cabinets anymore. And if your file cabinet is full, once a year, go in there and clean it out. Clean it out because so my rule of thumb is always been 1 year for utilities, power bill, water bill, insurance, whatever, 1 year. When that year comes around, I'm like, okay, I literally don't need my power bill from February of 2023. I don't. So grab it and pull it out. Now, most of us have gone digital with our bill pay, right?
Yes.
Do you need the digital bill from 2023? You
No.
don't. So flip the time frame, get rid of all the old ones, because I guarantee you, if there's a problem, the company has it. They have it, if you ever had a dispute, oh my gosh, I was in the hospital that week. I completely forgot to pay my power bill. I paid it late. Maybe keep the ones that you might have had an issue with. If things are moving smoothly, get rid of the past. I guarantee you, your kids or your heirs or whoever is going to inherit all of your junk later doesn't want your power bill from 2024, and they're going to laugh at you. All right, Medina and then Joyce.
I have thought, I only have one email account, and I have thought maybe I should have more. I did that once several years ago. I had another email account that I used just for whatever, and I just would forget to look at it. That's why, for me, it's easier to have one email account and then make all these folders.
So, but you're using Gmail, right?
I'm using Gmail.
Okay.
Yes.
How much do you use your phone for your email? Or you only
Just
looking at
something-
emails on a computer?
Yeah. No, I use my phone when I'm out of town or something,
Okay.
checking my emails.
Okay.
Um,
So if that, I understand that problem if you've got a Yahoo and a Gmail and a Hotmail. I understand that problem. I have a Yahoo account that's just for junk. That's the only, if somebody requires me to give them an email address or they're not going to sell me this thing, whatever it is, I can't, but I'm standing in a store and they're like, can we do this? Or if you give me this, I'm going to give you 15% off right now. I'm going to give them the Yahoo address because I'm
Yeah.
never going to see the junk in the Yahoo because I never check it. Maybe twice a year. When I change passwords, I'm going to go in and go, oh yeah, I have Yahoo. I'm going to get rid of this. So, I understand that, but here's the thing. When I go to my phone, and I'll show you on the computer, and I go to my email, it automatically defaults to my main one. There's my little icon right there. Tap on the icon. There they all are.
Mhm.
So if you're checking email, you're checking email. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Does it
Yeah.
jam-
I'm saying I don't buy the I forget it exists. Because it is literally it's
Yeah.
right
But I
there.
really I don't use my phone for my email, like I said, unless I'm out of town or away.
Glad you said that. So now
Yeah.
we're going to go back to
But
the
wait a second, how many email accounts do you have that you use?
that I use. Let's see. I have one, two, I have three that I use on a daily basis. I have one, two, three that I share with organizations. I'm kind of like their tech support. So
So maybe you have 30,000.
Maybe we need an intervention.
I don't. So if I go here, if I'm, in my email, and this is my great heart, I'm checking my emails, right? I go, okay, it's time for me to check my emails for the day. And then I literally just cruise through and go to the other ones real quick.
Yeah.
This was the first one we started with Upper Keys Life Enrichment. I kept it for a couple of things, switched it over. So it is just for a track phone that I manage for someone. And so that's all this is. If I get news from TrackPhone, I literally am going to click that little icon and go from one to the next and see which one am I going to check now. So it's really, really simple. And like I said, each of those are compartmentalized.
Yeah.
So if,
Okay, but I want the prize for the most emails. What's my prize? Who has more emails than me?
how many do you have?
30,607.
In your
Bob says he has more.
In my
Bob, how many do
inbox.
you have?
I must have about 90,000.
Oh, I love you.
I love you, but not for those reasons.
No, for that reason.
One of them, every time I go to that email account, it says your email account is over 80% full.
Oh my gosh, I feel better. I only have
But
10,000.
it's supposed to be junk. I don't know how to get rid of all of that
See?
junk.
Okay, so we're gonna do a
Bob?
real quick one for Bob, and then whoever goes to the Joy Center
I
this today can help Bob with any more questions that he might have. But the first one, and this is actually not just for you, Bob. There are a lot of people in your shoes. They're just not brave enough to share. We're gonna go, let's see if we go to my account here. This is the one that gets the most because this is the one that's out there a lot. Okay, so USAA Bank. Okay, do I need to get advertisements from USAA Bank? I really don't. This is USAA Bank. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go unsubscribe. Google allows me to unsubscribe right here at the top. If I can't do that, then I always have it somewhere down in the bottom in this little tiny print. There is unsubscribe somewhere. And boy, that's a lot of tiny print. Okay. Please do not
Contact right there.
reply to this email to contact USAA. Do our
It's in the blue on top.
There it is. Unsubscribe. See how tiny it is though and how much junk you had to go through? And so that's a little bit annoying, but it will stop everything from going from USAA. What I do before I unsubscribe from somebody is I'm going to go up here and I can go to this little arrow and I can capture their email. Okay, and I'm going to capture their email. I'm going to go into search email and I'm going to put it in there and I'm going to see how many things do I have from them. This is the first one. Very cool. That means when I unsubscribe, I shouldn't get anything else from them. So I'm going to click unsubscribe here. I can also go to my three little dots here and I can go to block. Okay. Here's the thing. If I'm going to unsubscribe because I don't need this. And then I can delete it. I can block it. I can report spam. Now, because I only have one, I'm not necessarily going to report spam. Okay. I'm going to let them do the right thing and honor that I don't want any more from USAA Bank. So I'm not going to report spam. If it is spam, if I've asked multiple times, stop sending me stuff, unsubscribe, unsubscribe, then I'm going to report spam because that helps the rest of you. That tells Google this is spam. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and block it. So it says future messages will be marked as spam. So there we go. So here's kind of like, if you send me something else, that's where it's going, is into the spam folder. All right, let's look in the spam folder. It's full again today. I got a bunch of junk today. All this morning. Look at all that stuff. What's cool is that the stuff has been stopped by Google. Okay. Payment declined. I have CloudSync disabled due to payment issue. All of this is just junk. It's just clickbait to get you to click on something that's going to be something bad for you. So always, 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 I scroll through these real quick and just make sure that something I was expecting from somebody. Ooh, there's a thank you gift from Boot Barn. I haven't been to Boot Barn. Okay. So we're going to look at that for everyone's sake. Okay. Why is this in spam? Because similar messages were identified as spam in the past. So it doesn't even give you the pictures of it because this is a bad one. Download the app. Welcome to Boot Barn Shop Now. Exclusions. Here's a coupon code. But Google said, we're not even going to show you this stuff because we don't want you to be tempted to click on something because this is bad stuff. Okay. So I'm going to go back. I looked at it. I went, okay, no big deal. Security Department, PDF. Security Department, a new document has been added to your account. I doubt it. Let's just look. This message is in Hebrew. I don't speak Hebrew. Really bizarre. It doesn't tell me anything.
Coming from Jerusalem.
There is some Hebrew there.
Yep.
And big button, access secure document. Heck no. Never,
No.
never, never know. And where is it coming from? Drove.com. Yeah, that's a big hot no. So scrolling down, looking, there is absolutely nothing, holiday gift, Regal's holiday gift deal. Now, I have bought gift cards from Regal, so this is them just sending me an advertisement. So I'm just going to go ahead and click all of these on this page. There's 50 of 258. I've reviewed them. I've gone nothing personal from a friend that got in the wrong place. I'm going to automatically delete them forever. Taking a minute. 50 emails. Taking a minute. Still taking a minute. Still loading. Okay. Oh, it got rid of all of them. All right. It got rid of all of them. So maybe? No.
No.
It only got rid of the first 50 on that page, right? So cooperative surveys, this is my electric company. Is this an actual survey? I don't know. You know what? It's not worth it to me to answer a survey from Cooperative Insights at Mail One, blah, 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 blah. I'm guessing this isn't actually from my electric company, right? This is spam, definitely spam. So again, same thing I'm going to do. I'm just going to scroll down, look and see, payment declined again. Nope, nope, don't need any of this. Scrolling really quickly. Nope, don't need any of it. So I'm going to select them all and I'm going to delete them forever. So, most of these that Google has found actually seem to be pretty dangerous stuff. There's stuff that they're trying, it's either phishing or it's clickbait, it's spam, it's going to put malware on. Google does that. And it's really nice to just get rid of it all. Occasionally there's things in there that aren't. And so it's always good to just scroll real quick before you see, do I need to get rid of these or not? The whole thing with the Arsht Center, I had told them, stop sending me. I'm not coming to an event. I don't live there anymore. You've got to stop sending, and they keep sending. So I like the Arsht Center. I think it does great things. I'm not going to report them as spam, even though their server is really bad in terms of I'm asking to unsubscribe and it's not. Little not happy about that. Little bit like, really? I made a request. I'm trying to save you some space and time, and no, you should stop that, but it's not. But anyway, so very easy to clean up stuff. When you get, I see you, Terry, hang on. When you have stuff, Bob, Home Depot, Kathy had mentioned, sends her stuff. Guess what? I'll bet we all know what the website is for Home Depot.
.com.
HomeDepot.com. I'm pretty sure if we just put a search for Home Depot, even if we didn't include the, we can find Home Depot. So literally there is almost no reason to get emails from companies these days. If you are in the market for something from Home Depot, you need a new garbage disposal, you need curtains, you need nails, whatever it is, the thing you need today is probably not on sale. And so remember that they're just trying to get you to buy something now. They want you to buy it now, buy it now, buy it now, buy it now. And so I'm going to argue that you don't need those sale flyers.
Hey, just a sec. Let me see if I can mute my computer here.
Okay, Terry, go ahead.
You've warned us, and I've read before about not using like internet at the airport. But I broke the rule because I was in Newark Airport for 5.5 hours.
All right.
On Sunday.
Good morning.
I did do a lot
Good.
of,
How about yourself?
I did do a lot of deleting. So even though I thought I shouldn't have that around there, I wasn't buying anything or exchanging money. I was taking stuff out of there, and it felt so good. Like
It's a great place to do that.
Yes,
Here's the
yeah.
thing. Do that using a VPN,
What's the VPN?
virtual private network, where you are undetectable. VPNs are, we can talk about those next week. It's a great thing. You can use a secure server. You can use Brave is the one that comes to the top of my head. That's going to give you an opportunity to go and do all of that online using the airport's Wi-Fi, and you're not susceptible to who's ever's cruising by. The reason why airports and public places like that are a problem, like your doctor's office, not so much. You know, the number of people in your doctor's office who are there for a doctor's appointment and not something else is great, right? The
Mhm.
number of people who are at an airport who see that as an opportunity to steal things from you, and hotels, much higher. So both places are good places to do cleanup, but we'll talk about VPNs next week. We have run out of time. We have also run out of time talking about wearables. How many people want to talk about wearables?
What is,
Watching.
I don't even know what
What
that
is
is.
The smart devices,
Oh,
watches, trackers, things like that. All right. So we'll talk about VPNs and wearables. Hopefully you all got some information about cleaning
Yes.
up and finding it a little bit easier ways to do it. Bob, like Kathy had said, she realized she could just get rid of all the Home Depot ones. Like when I showed you, I took that email address and put it in search. If I had more than that USAA
right.
one, it would have given me all of the ones from that particular email address.
Yeah.
And so I could clean all of the USAAs out. I could clean all the Home Depot out all at once. And so, and that's easier than a time thing or a personal thing, because when they're all jumbled up, I've got, one from my sister, one from my boss, one from, the board I'm currently serving on. That's complicated, but I can go, okay, I want everything from Home Depot. Boom, there's 1,000 emails. Now, the time consuming part is you can only get rid of 50 at a time or however show up
Yeah.
on your main page, but you can get rid of 50 at a time,
Yeah.
which is a lot, it's not nothing.
Thank
So-
you.
Dan,
thank
that's
you.
great.
you.
Let's
So
see.
we've got
Bye-bye.
next week, and then we have no tech on the 26th. So come next week.
All right.